Good morrow to you. I haven't uploaded a video in like a week, which is a shame. And I've been working on this project, this redstone tutorial. You can walk through it yourself instead of having somebody explain it to you, and you can go through this by yourself. I can give you the map and you can download that and you can go through it by yourself instead of having somebody walk you through it on YouTube. So this is a step-by-step Redstone 101 that will leave you with a red thumb. So I'm going to walk through everything you can do with redstone circuits. I'm going to start off with the extreme basics. So here we go. Anything in chests are required, so make sure you take what's in them. Okay, redstone is like 3D grid. You have different types of blocks. This is block number 1. We're going to start off with the extreme basics. Redstone and the redstone torch. So I have some redstone and some redstone torches here. Power in Minecraft is like a 3D grid. You got 4 sources of power, and that's what power emits from. These are called the lever, the button, the torch, and the plate. These emit power to any certain adjacent block, which is any blocks next to them. For example, if I place this redstone torch here, and I put some redstone off of that, this is powered blocks. That is adjacent to this powered block, this torch. Redstone wire is a way of transmitting electric power through the wire. It can go up to 15 blocks through the wire, and then it has to be renewed by something called a redstone repeater, which is next. You can use it to activate doors, pistons, note blocks, gates, powered rails, pretty much a lot of things. And this is what makes Minecraft so interesting. You can make it very complex when you get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. Place the torches on the diamond blocks, and the redstone goes on the red wool blocks. As you can see, this block is powered by that torch, since that block is adjacent to the torch. This block can hold the power, and if I put redstone wire next to it, the redstone wire can transmit that power into that block. Now, how this works is, on the other side of that block, I have a redstone torch. Redstone torches, I'm going to go ahead and complete this. There we go. The door opens after I complete both of the tutorials. The redstone torches are deactivated when on the surface of a powered block. So this block is powered by that redstone torch. So if I take that off, the light's going to go off. And I place that back on, the light's going to go back on again. This works the same way as I used this method. See, this wire is going into that block, which makes it powered. Now if I go back here, I'll show you. This is the circuit the redstone leads to. That block is powered, which in turn turns off that redstone torch. And that works the same for each way, and once both the torches on either side are turned off, this door will open. Now, redstone can go through pretty much any glass. It can power any material except glass. Glass, it doesn't go through glass. It can't transmit through glass, but it can go through glass on the side. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but normal things will cut that off. It won't go through that. So let's go on to the next section. Other power sources. Let's see, this way. So the buttons are another power source. Buttons remain active for only a short period of time. So if I click, oh, there's something down there. What do I have in my? So this is a flower. Okay, so that's cool. So this is a button. They remain active for a short period of time, and then they deactivate. Other power sources are levers. They are permanently active unless flipped off. And wooden plates. Wooden plates are activated by items. Any item that goes onto a wooden plate will activate it. So if I toss that flower in there, it'll shoot me this stone pressure plate. Now stone plates are powered by mobs or people. Walk on there. Redstone repeaters. Repeaters are used for timing purposes. Repeaters slightly lag when current is passed through them. You can use them to renew current's energy. For example, if I were to... What I did was I sent power to this. Only a split second of power using that button. The power goes through this wire into that redstone repeater. The redstone repeater lags. Once the power is out of this wire, then it goes back into the wire, and it creates an endless circuit. It's like a timing circuit. So but I needed a source of power, which was the button. So I'm timing this door to open and close. So this next section I'm going to go through is pistons. These are an example of pistons. Here. When I hit that pressure plate, that broke the circuit and sent a signal to push that repeater off its normal place. So pistons, sticky and regular pistons. The great outdoors. Well, it's raining. That's great. So, enough of that. The great outdoors without the rain. Hello. Pistons can push up to 12 blocks. So this is an example of how many blocks pistons can push. There are two types, regular pistons and sticky pistons. Regular pistons will push any regular block like dirt, stone, iron, glass, and then it will retract and leave the block there. Sticky pistons will retract and take the block with them. So these are some examples of piston circuitry, what you can do with pistons I've made here. I'm just going to take this redstone. Take the redstone with you after each use, so once you place it down, the pistons can get really annoying. You might want to take it back with you. So I'm going to put redstone on here. This is a machine piston clock. The output wire activates these items here. This is a sticky piston, an example, and these are regular pistons. It pushes the block and then retracts and leaves it there. This is a hard mechanism, a hard way of doing a piston clock. There are tons of ways you can make a piston clock, but the easiest, most compact way, the way I do it here, is shown over here. Let's wait till that piston, yeah, there we go. And you see how this works? What I did was the power powers these pistons. When this block goes over this torch, it powers that block. And since this wire is adjacent to that block here, it will power this wire. So when that goes over it, it powers this, which powers the piston to push it away. And it's just an endless circuit there. That's a dispenser. You can activate those as well, and that shoots arrows. Okay, so this is a compact clock. This is what I usually use. It can be altered to shorten or lengthen time and add more repeaters. Awesome things can be made with clocks. This is a cobblestone generator with a clock attached to it, so it will just keep pumping out these. Let me reactivate this. I think the torch died. That's never happened yet, so there we go. It's got some problems, some technical difficulties. Rewire this. Just give me a short second here while I figure out what's going wrong. I'm just gonna, steal a torch from here. Nobody will notice. It's too fast of a power source. It's not wanting to go. It's just turning off this block here. So what I'll do is I'll simply remake this for a few seconds. I'll show you how it's made. The way you make one of these things is you have a power source, which would be the redstone torch, and then a repeater. This transfers power out of the power source, the redstone, and when a redstone block is on a powered block, it turns off. So when this power hits this torch, it'll turn off. But since the power of this repeater lags for a second, it'll re-turn it on, and then the circuit will just keep going. And I'm having technical difficulties with this circuit, which is a weird thing on the level. It's been glitching for a second, but this has never happened, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Well, what this is here is a redstone cobblestone generator. That clock will just keep going and power this. This is a redstone. Every time this cobblestone generator pumps out cobblestone, it'll go along this line here. This line will eventually reach this glass. Now, see, I have a redstone repeater here, but it's not activating this wire because there's no wire to transmit here. When this cobblestone block goes on top of this glass, it'll transfer the power through the cobblestone block, and then it will push up the pistons to make a wall. It will also activate this piston, which will push up the cobblestone, get it out of the way to stop the pistons from just continuously pumping the cobblestone up, and it will shoot the cobblestone this way, so it will not jam the machine. This is a very complex machine, so it takes a while to learn some of that stuff. We haven't even gotten into piston circuitry yet. So the I Hate Nature button, so rightfully named I Hate Nature button, because it burns the tree down. I thought that was a great example of my work there. This is something pretty you can use with pistons. You can use them as power. They will see this water, this piston gate here activates the water so it comes back in, and you can use that for piston gates and such. That's how much I've gotten done so far. That's pretty much some of the tutorial, and I have more up there. This is a giant facility which I'm filling up currently, and this is just some of the stuff you can do with the redstone circuitry. And if you want me to get into that, leave a comment in the section and I'll show you all about this stuff. This is some of the circuitry I use to power everything. Give you some examples of the level. So that's what I've been working on. It's a work in progress, but I hope it taught you some things about redstone circuitry and how wire is a 3D grid and you can power different blocks with it. So I will see you next time. If you want some more of this, just keep me posted, and I'm going to keep working on this. So we'll have this area will actually be opened up, and you can see inside the facility. So I will talk to you later. Do what you want. I would love some feedback. Thank you. Goodbye.